I watched a video the other day that really resonated with me. And the interesting thing is, the woman in the video and I, we're not making the same decision. She has about 2 weeks left at her job. And she said she stopped applying for other jobs because she feels like this is her moment to go all in on YouTube. Content creation, storytelling, editing, and building her online community. Now, that isn't exactly what I'm doing. My job site is closing at the end of August, and I'm still planning on finding another job because I have to be honest about where I am right now on my YouTube journey. My channels aren't where they need to be to go full time, not in the least bit. I just got a channel monetized, but that's definitely not making enough money to replace my trucking income. Not at all. My channels are still growing. I'm still building an audience. I'm still learning what people want to watch from me. I'm learning how to tell better stories, how to communicate more clearly, how to choose better topics, and how to turn the attention I receive into an actual business. So, no, I'm not about to quit working and just hope everything works out. I don't want to put that kind of pressure on my YouTube channel. I don't want to make videos from a place of desperation where every upload has to pay a bill, or every video that gets a low view makes me feel like my whole life is falling apart. And I'm not saying that's her story. Not at all. Not at all. She's in a better position to do that. Her channel is growing. Every time she posts a video, she gets 1,000 views at least. So she has like about 7,000 subscribers now. So she's more in a position, if she goes all in, it'll work out for her. But I'm definitely going to find another job by August 31st. But even though her decision is different from mine, the video definitely spoke to me, because there's one thing she said that I haven't been able to stop thinking about since she said it. It really, really stopped me in my tracks. She said that her main goal was to get paid to be herself. And when she said that, something clicked for me, because that's exactly what I want. I want to get paid to be me. And I know how that sounds to some people. Some people may hear that and think, well, everybody wants to sit around and talk to a camera and get paid. But that's not what I mean. Getting paid to be myself means getting paid from the knowledge, experiences, gifts, stories, and perspective that I already carry. I've been driving trucks for years. I've been playing gospel piano for years. I've been preaching and speaking publicly for years. I've built channels before. I've monetized 2 YouTube channels. I had a channel grow, then become demonetized. I built an email list and failed to monetize it properly. I've started over several times. I've been afraid to show my face. I've used faceless content. I use scripts. I've used artificial intelligence. I'm dealing with a speech impediment. I'm worried about how I sound. I'm worried about whether I can articulate my ideas enough. I'm worried about whether anybody would want to listen to me. But all these things are a part of my story. And maybe the goal isn't for me to create some polished version of myself that I think the internet will accept, but maybe the opportunity is for me to show up as I am, talk about what I'm learning, and share what I know, document what I'm going through, and allow the right people to connect with me. That's what get paid to be me means to me. It means I don't have to pretend to be a YouTube guru. I don't have to pretend to know everything, because I don't. I'm not a YouTube guru. I'm a man trying to build something. I'm somebody who has had some kind of success online. I've made some mistakes. I've learned some lessons. And now I'm trying to see whether I could build something again. And I believe there are other people who can relate to that. There are people working jobs that they don't necessarily want to work forever. There are people trying to build channels while working full-time jobs. People trying to record videos during lunch. They're filming inside their cars, inside trucks, in bedrooms and bathrooms, wherever they could find a quiet moment. There are people out there who are trying to find their voice again. People who know they have something inside of them, but they haven't figured out how to package it. They don't know how to communicate it or make money from it. That's where I am. And I think that's why her video touched me. She talked about spending years doing what she was supposed to do. She did all the things, going to school, getting educated, getting a job, working hard, checking all the boxes. And then one day she realized that the life she built didn't completely feel like the life she wanted. I definitely understand that. I get it. I know what it feels like to be responsible. I know what it feels like to work hard. I know what it feels like to show up and do your job correctly, only to spend half your day waiting on somebody else who isn't doing their job. I know what it feels like to have your schedule change. I know what it feels like to have company policies change. I know what it feels like to have your pay changed. And now I know what it feels like to find out that the job site you've been working for is about to shut down. That would make you think differently about job security. We've been taught and indoctrinized that a job is the safe option. They say, get a job, get a real job. When I was a minister of music at the Big Baptist Church, I was getting paid a good income. And my mom told me, why don't you get a real job? And they was paying me a full-time income. People think that employment is the way. And we're told that trying to be a business owner or trying to be an entrepreneur is risky. It's not a real job. It's not a real thing. It's not going to work for you. And now we have this thing called content creation. That wasn't around when I was growing up. They say that social media and trying to be an influencer is risky. Creating content is risky. Building an online business, it isn't real. It's risky. And yes, building an online business is risky. But how secure is a job when the contract can disappear? How secure is a position when the company can change your pay? How secure is your schedule when somebody else controls your hours? How secure is it when the place that you work can announce that it's closing down? Now, I'm not saying this because I'm about to make a reckless decision. I'm not. I'm going to find another job. But I'm saying that this experience has made me understand that I can't place my entire future in the hands of corporate America or an employer. I need to build something that belongs to me. That doesn't mean I'm going to own YouTube because, listen, YouTube can shut down my channel. They can change the rules. The algorithm could change. And that's why I've said it before. I don't want to depend only on AdSense. I want to build an audience. I want to build an email list. I want to build a community. I want to create products. I want to create resources. I want to develop multiple streams of income from the skills and knowledge that I already have. My piano channel that I talk about it's one part of that. This channel is another part of that. My experiences, my voice, my stories, and all the other things I've learned are a part of that. So when she said get paid to be me, I didn't hear quit your job tomorrow, but I heard build a life where your identity, your gifts, and your experiences create value. I heard stop hiding. I heard stop believing that the only valuable thing you have to offer is your labor and your time, because that's what a regular job often pays you for. It pays for your physical presence. It pays for the hours you're willing to give away. And I'm grateful for the job I have. I'm grateful that I'm able to provide for my family. I'm grateful I got my CDL and I know how to drive a truck. I'm grateful that I have a clean driving record. I'm grateful that I have a skill that can help me find another job. But I don't want trading my time for money to be the only option I have for the rest of my life. I want more time with my family. I want to travel more. I want the ability to work from anywhere in the world. I want to be able to pick up my phone, turn on the camera, and share something meaningful and have that content continue working after I finish recording it. That's the difference between a job and a business. When I finish a day of trucking, that day is over. I was paid for those hours and tomorrow I got to do it again. But when I create a video, that video can continue reaching people. It can help somebody. It could continue building that trust. It could continue bringing people into my world. It could continue. It can possibly produce income weeks, months, or even years after I upload. And that's what I'm trying to build. Now, I'm not there yet, and I want to be clear about that. Sometimes people come online and talk as if they already arrived. Listen, I haven't arrived. I keep on saying it. I'm not a guru. I'm just a man trying to grow this channel. My views aren't where I want them to be. My subscribers are definitely not where I want them to be. I've been stuck for the last few days. My income from these channels are too small. I'm about to make another 100, and it's only like what $100 a month ain't going to do nothing for my bills. Okay, it can help me a little bit to pour more into YouTube, but that's about it. But it's not enough for me to walk away from working. But I think there's power in documenting everything I do to grow and be successful, because I think there's value in showing the uncertainty. There's value in saying, I don't know exactly how this is going to work, but I'm going to keep on learning. And that's one similarity I saw between me and her. She doesn't know exactly what it's all going to look like. And honestly, neither do I. I don't know what video is going to change things. I don't know what idea is going to connect with the people. I don't know how long it's going to take to replace my income. I don't know whether it's going to happen through AdSense, digital products, affiliate marketing, memberships, a paid community, piano lessons, courses, or a combination of everything. But I know what I want. And sometimes being able to finally say what you want is the beginning. I want to become a full-time content creator. I want to make a living online. I want to build a business around my voice, my gifts, my experiences, and the people I can help. I want to get paid to be me. I was able to say it. I used to feel guilty about thinking that. But I'm not going to feel guilty about saying it anymore, because wanting freedom doesn't mean you're lazy. Wanting more time doesn't mean you're afraid of hard work. Building an online business doesn't mean you're looking for an easy way out. Anybody trying to build a YouTube channel knows this is work. Coming up with ideas is work. Recording is work. Learning to communicate is work. Making the thumbnails is work. Choosing titles is work. Editing is work. Studying analytics is work. Building trust is work. Creating products is work. Staying consistent when nobody is watching is work. This is not about avoiding work. It's about directing more of my work towards something I own. That's the goal. So between now and August 31st, I'm going to continue to look for my next job. I'm also going to continue to build these channels. I'm going to keep recording. I'm going to keep experimenting. I'm going to keep documenting. I'm going to keep learning how to speak more clearly. I'm going to keep learning how to tell better stories. I'm going to keep learning what my audience needs from me. When I start my next job, YouTube ain't stopping. That job will be part of the plan, but it's not my final destination. I'm not giving another company the power to make me forget what I'm building. I'm not going to get comfortable and disappear from YouTube for another year. I've done that before. I've started, stopped, disappeared, returned, and started again. But I'm looking at this differently now. This isn't just about posting 100 videos anymore. This is not something I'm trying for a couple of months. I'll be doing this for the rest of my life. I may be changing formats. I may change topics. The channel will evolve. I'm going to get better, right? I may get better equipment. I may improve my editing. I'll become a much better speaker, but I'm not leaving. And maybe one day I'll come back to this video after I build the income, after I build the community, after I have the freedom I'm talking about right now. And maybe I'll watch it from a completely different place in life. Maybe I'll be traveling. Maybe I'll be working from home. Maybe I'll have a team. Maybe these channels will be producing more than I ever earned driving trucks. I don't know. But I want the evidence to exist that I believed it was possible before I could see it. So yes, I'm going to find another job. I have responsibilities. I have bills. I have a family. And I'm not ashamed of making the responsible choice, but I'm also not giving up on the dream. I can work another job and still build my exit. I can collect another paycheck and still create something that belongs to me. I can be practical and still believe bigger. Those two things don't have to be in conflict with each other. The next job can fund my journey and will. It can give me room to create without desperation. It will keep my household stable while I continue to develop the skills, the content, the products, and community that will eventually allow me to do this full time. I don't see getting another job as giving up. I'll only give up when I stop posting. But it is going to buy me more time to build this correctly. I understand what I'm ultimately working towards. I'm working towards the day when I no longer have to ask a company for permission to live my life. I'm working towards the day when my voice creates value, when my experiences create value, when my knowledge creates value, when the real version of me, not a faceless version, not an artificial version, and not a perfect version, can show up, help people, and build a living. That's what stuck with me. Get paid to be me. And now the question is not whether I want it. I know I want it. The question is whether I'm willing to keep showing up long enough to become the person capable of building it. And my answer is yes.